came pretty fast. Alright, let me fix the mic. Get on YouTube. Good morning. So we're about to be heading into this macro here. I'm just gonna watch the 5 here. So basically, we're bouncing over this hourly order block, which I should mark out here. Just mark it over there. Is that the feature? Wow, so that's the midnight open too. Held the bodies with this 15-minute and held bodies above 9:30. We had a 5-minute here. And we took out the high here, but it's a very shallow move up. I'm pretty sure we took out the all-time high, right? Yep. That's the main one. And we're probably waiting for ES here. That happened during midnight session too. Clean my chart up here a little bit, and then we'll get to the macro time trading. Rainbow drawing. Yeah, so we're just shy from it. At the new week opening gap, we're just holding. Let's move this a little bit more over here. So like, check the hourly again. Do we land on the hourly order block? Yes, we do. I'm just gonna mark all the way up to the mean threshold of it. Just do an estimation because it's a very small order block anyways. Rotating back up here. We have a high, we have a low, we have a high, drop down. This is a 15-minute breaker here. With a looking for a chance to pop over this. It's 5-minute. So it's bouncing the right areas. It's pretty bullish. Yeah, the Asia and London is actually still bullish now. So we're about to approach this macro time here. When there's a 10 a.m. news, we want to focus on the macro that's not the 9:50 to 10:10. We're looking at the 11 macro, and that's what we're focused on here. See if we get set up. We should get something today though. There's barely times where you don't get set up 2 consecutive days. And while we're at it, like we're gonna also try to get the reset forms. it's a free reset. Like it's actually like even though it's annoying to do the 3 reset forms, they're basically taking $150 per users who do it. And like if like let's say everyone in the stream does it, like or like 50 people do it, they're taking 50 resets. And if you want to use it on the 150K, which is probably the best choice you should do, um, they're taking quite a big loss for that. But yeah, you just gotta tune in, and it's just helped to acquire viewership. So it's yeah, first form. Yeah, they sent a second form, and I think a lot of people did that too. But it's quite nice. So what are we looking for here? It's just not giving you a direction here. It's just we're just in a consolidation here. So wherever we manipulate, we can distribute the other way. So the first break might just not be the break for the move. And I'm hoping the 1050 macro would give us something close in. I'm not just sick, bro. It's just allergies, like because I'm still I have 2 kids and they were not with me for like the last 2 months, and I just got them back a few days ago, and they're really affecting me. So I'm just gonna we have some measures we're working on and see if that helps. Drink bush tea, honey lime. I'll definitely try it. That's like on the top of the list. All right, we're in the 1050 macro time here. I want to see a move in a setup. Should not affect my favorite trading, right? Should be okay. How's YM doing? It looks pretty bullish though, with a bullish structure. So we had an inversion here already that we went higher on. Do you think you're at a state to only sustain yourself with trading as income? Based on my data for the last like 12 months, yes. It's been very consistent. Like, or let's say the last 6 months even, we've been very consistent because I've been having the same funded accounts, so my expenses are very low. Right now I'm just like while I have my funded account, I'm just building a cushion or a reserve. So like I do more evaluations and just build a reserve. So like for TopSet, for instance, I have 3 TopSet funded, but I have also like 4 or 5 other funded that's just like activated but not there yet. So that's the difference. Are you looking for shorts? I have no other than being like bullish bias so far because we have a lot of bullish PD arrays. We're bouncing the hourly order block. And we're coming back up, bouncing the future open or midnight open. And the whole overnight session is still relatively bullish. Just a very slight retracement here. And we might be going all-time high again. Or the high of the day again. So there's no... I'm waiting for to do something in this macro time in the next, like, 15 minutes. Are you live trading every day? Based on the last like 2 months, 3 months, I've been trying to live stream every day. But the last like 6 months before that, like it'll be like every day as well. But some days like I'll avoid. But I think recently I've been just doing 2 sessions instead of 1, which is pretty decent. I mean, like it's 2 hours, 2 hours, which is fine. I might do a 2-session day, 2-day too, just to run it for TGIF. Friday, which we might get like a move all the way back up and a nice pullback. And yeah, Joseph, that those type of it doesn't really matter to know about that. Like, you should just focus on what you're doing yourself, like, in trading wise. So, no matter what I say, it's not gonna affect what you do. But you can get some funded accounts. You can copy trade them. You can get frequent payouts or bi-weekly payouts. Like Top Step, you can get up to weekly payouts, or like it might if you don't get 5 days in a row, you could likely get bi-weekly payouts, which is just 2 weeks. And that's very just getting 1 payout a month for like a few fundeds. That's enough for you to that's like profit target hit for your monthly goals. You can scale up. So 244. What was 244? This high here. So looks like we got a push up here, which is good. It's very bullish still. That's why I'm not saying short. I'm leaning a little bit bullish, but since we just started the live stream in like 10 minutes ago, there hasn't been any setups. How do you trade the copier? Because that shit looks OP. I have a video on it. I'm gonna make another video probably next week that goes over how to trade it with TradingView as a trade copier, but using NinjaTrader using Replicato NinjaTrader still. But imagine trading on TradingView, just doing the buy sell. It'll copy trade all your accounts. Still bouncing where it should. Until one of these, like, as long as it keeps on bouncing like this, like, there's no reason for you to short. Unless it's like a turtle soup short that you have a system on. But right now it's like so bullish because we bounce on the hourly order block. We go up. Order block here, fair value got filled. Order block here, fair value got filled. Just going up till we hit the internals, and we might just head up to all-time highs again. Is that paid? I think it's like Replicanto with like a discount. I think they usually run like 20% to 40% discount. 40% like during Black Friday, 20% like right now. I think you can use my discount too. It's just 20%. I don't get anything out of it. But I think it's like you could pay 1 lifetime fee of like $150 or $130 something like that, and that's it. And then you can use a great copier for life. So like that's more than enough. If we start violating stuff, I might actually join in here. Especially buying this order block here. It's getting interesting here. Let's see how Dixie doing. Let's see. Dixie going down. Order block still holding. FEG still holding. We just swapped internals. It's trying to turn, but it's not giving enough movement downward. So yeah, I mean, this setup would have been decent here if you kind of played this, but no, I don't think there's any A+ setup today yet, based on me looking at the morning when I was at my office from like 9:30 till now. Still have some more of the macro time. Tanya caught that entry. That's very nice. I hope she's swinging by and talk about that. $15-minute breaker, bearish, and FHG on ES. Yeah, I think I did see that. Right here is a good call here. That's why I showed out when I was charting ES. I mean, I'll definitely mark it now. Let's try it, or let's just show it. We're in this 15-minute FEG too. Probably should, yeah. I would probably want more confirmation. So like, I guess if we know that this 15-minute is respecting this breaker, if we swap the turtles and just after we tap into it, we fall down and we form a 1-minute reversal, then that gives me more of a confidence to try the 1-minute short with the stop above the break of that breaker. I'll just took the data high. 10 a.m. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Not much of a data high though. But yeah, it's good. It's good call. Has the 5-minute been respecting here? Just a very shallow breakup here. We could be turning here. I'm waiting for confirmation. So the 1050 to 1110 did its job. It took out the internals and a key area where it would kind of dictate where you go here. If we hold above, and we probably keep on running up. But if we turn here, we might turn a 1-minute reversal to target these lows here. So it gives us opportunity, and it happens at certain times every day. And if you just kind of watch how it happens every time during the macro, you'll notice that you can pair that up with a setup. So the main focus is 10:50 to 11:10 today because we have 10 a.m. news, which was this data high here that showed. Do you have a macro for that? I'm really working on a lot of educational stuff. I'm gonna do one thing at a time, and when I release stuff, I want to make it clear as possible. But definitely you're able to learn bits of it from me, just from watching YouTube live streams like every day for the next few months. Top step has 6,000 viewers right now. Have you traded yet or still waiting for setup? I haven't traded yet. We literally been on for 20 minutes so far. Yeah, you're good. I was also gone for the morning. Do you only trade the A plus setup? It depends. Right now I'm waiting for a setup just because we don't really have a good bias. Except we have a slightly bullish. We're bouncing from PD bullish PD arrays, but it's still very unclear for me until we really push this through. But yeah, I mean, like when you ask like, do you only trade A plus setup? I think that should be the main goal each day, not to trade like 5 setups, 6 setups each day, and like half them being not the A plus or A setups. If everything aligns, like if I get SMT, if we're in a time macro, if we're in like a high time frame retracement, which makes a low time frame reversal for our executions, even if we missed that, I can always just re-enter on like a simple order block entry, retap. So like that entry alone is not gonna give me that, like the breaker entry. I can also add on to it, but I need to see that A plus move that I can confirm the movement upwards. Do you think we're going equalize? It looks like it. The macro time is definitely running it up higher. But keep in mind, like this could happen too. Which box do I use? This could be it too. We'll see. Can find your Discord. I think it's in the bio or description. So notice how the 950 or the 1050 here. This is the candle 1050 to 1110, which is kind of ending in like 2 minutes. This was the macro time to break through the consolidation area. So I'll mark it out again. Oh. This is the macro time here. Do you have classes meet with members one-on-one? No. Like, if there's any questions, I would help them during the live streams, not like one-on-one help. Unless it's something they want to ask me about. Like, there's so many people that ask me every day, like, is this setup good? Is this decent? Like, I'll look at it. But I'm not kind of like giving one-to-one mentorship or anything like that. So far, it's not doing this. Yeah, no, like it's not like you won't have any opportunity to work with me. Like, you can ask me anything in the chat all day. You can ask me in the live stream any time of the day in the Discord. There's and then you can see also my market analysis. It's like there's so many like opportunities to like really work with us. If this is not, if we just hold from here and not get a move downwards back to this consolidation zone, then we're not distributing. This is a potential just because we have the macro time is making a manipulation move. But if it's not a manipulation move, we can just go back all time high, which is that all? Yeah, we did that. So this might just be a move upwards. We don't have to take any trades right now because it's very limited opportunity unless you took any longs here, which I think made a breaker. Let me see. No, it's difficult. It's difficult. Yesterday you said breakers or failed order blocks. Can you go more into it and how it fits with your strategy? I don't really view it as too much like oftentimes failed order blocks are breakers. It depends on your time frame, but you would have to look at that on your own. But you have to really look at the time frame when you flip it. It might change. Just like a order block on the hourly could be a breaker on the 5 minute. But to see the breaker setup itself, I have a model drawn out, like, which is very easy to learn. You can just kind of do like A, B, C, D, E type of style. any type of time frame would you primarily search for breakers? So what I usually do, I would look at the 5 or the 15-minute and hourly and the daily as well for my bias and my narrative to look at draw and liquidity. Um, Before today opened, it was probably this high, all-time high. And you're looking at the high time frame here. This is hourly. We have the order block here, which I'm just going to mark from the top of the order block body to the halfway point because I'm making focus on this order block here. So that's the high time frame analysis there. We're balancing on high time frame order blocks and continue higher. And I break down on the 1 and 5 minute for executions. So when you're saying, we're asking where am I looking for the breakers? I'm looking at the 1 and 5 because that's my execution. So we could have had analysis on the hourly to bounce in this area here, and then we could form like a bullish breaker on a lower time frame. Is it pinned in Discord? There's a lot of stuff that is pinned in Discord, but it doesn't like. I'll demonstrate because we're waiting for setup anyways. Like for instance here, we could just be like, this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D, and then E would be our entry price. It's very easy. So it's like make a low, make a high, make a lower low, make a higher high, pass that high, and then the breaker would form here, which is the order block. But that's the breaker since we broke the structure from the order block down here. So this is the failed order block, and we form the breaker. So it's not something like you need to really do ABCD. That's only if you are not able to see it well. What should I look for after buy side taken to sell fair value gaps, order blocks? Can it, no, like just taking a liquidity doesn't mean anything. You need to see high time frame analysis. But the thing is, like, this is high time frame analysis. We're breaking all-time high, so it makes it difficult. So you can't short anything here until you have a bearish structure, which I likely demonstrate that today because I don't think I'm longing up here at all. I might long if it comes back down, like all day back down, maybe here or something if there's a bullish structure still. But I'm definitely not long an all-time high. Joseph, I would recommend you watch T-Trade's video on these basic, like if you're trying to learn more about like just simple order blocks or fair value gaps or breakers even, just watch T-Trade's videos. He has a simplified version which is like 10 minutes. It'll answer most of your questions, and then you can come back to me on live and ask me more advanced questions that I can really reinforce you, because it's kind of hard for me to demonstrate like concepts, like kind of basic concepts live like that, but I can explain more of how to put it all together. So I'll write this bullish. We're basically pushing all-time highs higher. Something I'm struggling with is impatient. I'm funded with 20 accounts. Holy crap! But it feels like the next day I trade the funded, I'll take a loss at full tilt, leading to blowing accounts. Oh yeah, so this is what you're describing is exactly how like literally like all funded traders go through. So I'm assuming you're funded 20 accounts with Apex, and you do that because you see other people on Twitter or YouTube showing like, here's 20 accounts, here's what I'm doing, I'm getting 2,000 payouts per account. That's $20,000 per month. But they fail to show that they are also failing many of the accounts. So they could make 20 accounts, fail it, 20 accounts, fail it, and then the fifth wrap around, they might actually hit it this time. Even if they did it one time, that doesn't mean they can do it every time. So that misconception in the media is really influencing you into trying to do it work like that, like instead of slowly building it. So like the rule of thumb, if you let's say you have 50K account, 2K drawdown, don't risk more than $200 per trade, and then you can build it up. You can hold it for like more than a month. You're looking at SMT. There's SMT. That's a good call. I was about to point that out. I don't know if I like the magnet. Someone told me to use the magnet, but I don't know if I like it. Did you have multiple accounts on Apex? I think I did have Apex about like 3 months ago. I haven't traded Apex since, because I've been working on my top stuff, my elite, my fun features. But this during the sale though, with Apex, I started picking up some accounts. I'm gonna either do the 150K or the 50K, those two, or the static. I actually might go to the static too. Oh, funded 20 accounts overall. Oh, okay. See, that's what that makes a difference for me. SFT just diverges. So we see here we have higher high. ES we made a lower high. So SFT usually helps with a move up or down. Yeah, so the best thing I could say is don't risk more than 10% of your drawdown. Don't think of the account size. You can have like a $1 million account size, but if your drawdown is only 5,000, don't risk more than 20% or 10% of the drawdown per trade. So you need 10 consecutive losses to end the trade. Ten tick stop. Is that ES or NQ? 10 ticks is very tight. I think that's only 2 points, so or 2.5. So I'm assuming ES, right? So like if you're trading like that, then like just stick to that discipline, and don't sway away from it. Okay. Here we go. This is a very shallow breaker. We just barely ticked it off. We have an inversion here too. It's just too tight of one, but if you do it, we could just... No, I want to wait a little bit. I need... Yeah, no body close either. Like, it doesn't have, like... I don't really operate on it closing, but, like, I need to see a substantial move under, and it's not doing that, right? This is it's like a tick under, so like you're not even making that bullish structure yet. All we know is we have SMT. I was looking at this inversion though, because we had this FEG here that popped up, did a scam wick, and then closed back lower. But I need more confirmation. Yeah, like you either want a close under the low, or you want a strong move down to tell you that. If this closes above this inverse here, this would close out, and then we might form like just a bullish breaker here. We're just waiting. Do you play bar breakouts? No, I do not. I don't. I think I don't even play any setups that regards breakout at all. This inversion still holding on into you at least. Woo, sweet. What's your Twitter? I think everything should be on the description. Take below my nose. Beat myself real quick. Okay. Let's see. Is the Top Step Freeform coming out next too? I just shared on my Discord that there's an Apex sale. It ends today, and you can use my code. I have the referral link. Definitely, if you must appreciate it. I'm gonna live trade next week with it though, which would be nice. So if you want to get your funding accounts too, I'm not gonna do it like Patrick or other streamers where they just full port, especially that funded. It's kind of crazy. I don't. If you know me, like you know that I don't trade like that. I only I aim for like a certain amount a day. That's realistic. Looks like ES is making lower now. Wow, that's a big pop up already. I just typed in the chat here. Damn, we're getting Friday's not giving much of a action right now. As you can see. Let's see. Just the trend line move up. gonna get a setup eventually, I hope. Okay, we're getting something here. Something I like. That's a very strong move. The version definitely held though. I could have looked at that, but it was just too choppy. Can we get a setup here? We would need certainly need a retrace, but I'll go see this as using this manipulation too. Wow, left a breakaway gap there. Dixie's coming. Look at his bottom out a little bit. Daily's really high up there. This could play out like a AMD here, or is it just here to break the trend line? It's kind of hard to figure out this structure here. Might get a move downwards now. This is what I'm kind of looking for. Move back down. This is not bad here. This is what I'm thinking of right now. It's just difficult, but I think it's worth a try with like 11-point stop. Just like at this inverse here. I hope it doesn't really close above that. This is what I'm looking at right now. As long as it's posted on my screen, I'm gonna take the trade. I need to see it bounce here. Back in here. We might get a bear structure somewhere. Yeah, so this inversion was I was anticipating, but it was not the best. Had we got substantial close downwards, we would have probably took the short there already, but we didn't do that, so it's really breaking down already. God damn. They left us with just like a very tight consolidation and then just tore it apart, leave a breakaway gap and no single entry. It's very interesting. Not something I'm fond of though. Damn. Does it want to give us an entry here? I think just this week, it just like, if it doesn't give us entry, it just keeps on falling. Like, it's just not giving good retracement. Just it's more of a trend. So like, you see this trend line. Once the trend line breaks, it just snaps and just fall off a cliff. And sometimes that happens. There's certain weeks where just you can't control that. You really can't control that. Come on. Don't do this to us. You already hit the one standard deviation projection. Why do you like the inverse fair value gap entry? Yeah, I did mark that out. I was looking at it, but it's just because I wasn't bearish yet. I was only bearish if we get a substantial close under. So this wick here, it was a 2-tick wick down. It's not a bear structure yet. And the inverse did work though, since we did close under it, tap above, wicks above, but no closer above. It would just like, so this is what like screen time is like when you're forward testing. You're just looking at it like that, like that, like that, and then you're not really sure until it finally gets a close under. That's where like I'm confirmed it. So if this would work now, but we were chopping for a while. And then I also showed on ES, which ES did do a pop above. So we'll just wait here. We'll likely get one soon here. Getting some good retrace here, at least. At the very least. ES is not doing much though. Are you gonna? I have a limit set already. This is a limit set. I'll actually do it on. I forget that I can do it on here too. Here, I'll just do that. Let's just do something like that. Oh shit! What the heck just happened? Would it be A plus? It won't be A plus because we're outside the time macro. So and then like to add on, there's no high time frame analysis for me to play off of. So I can't say this is a high time frame retracement. We're all time high, so that can't, like, those two things already like stops it from being like the A plus setup. If you want to see A plus setup, you gotta look at my checklist where it'll have every criteria. This one has enough criteria, but it just doesn't have everything. It's more like a B setup, but it is a setup nevertheless. We might form another. We have equal highs here too. Notice NQ's kind of doing something like this also. We can just be looking for another setup. Oh shit! I made. What the hell? And just to be a more continuation breaker. Checklist in the Discord. I have the checklist, like, I think everywhere. I think it's on Twitter. It's on Discord. You can find it literally everywhere. Oh. Let's see. Waiting. So I'm kind of looking at two setups right now. This setup is definite right now, but if we make another setup, we might just go for this one. I do want these equal highs swept, and like we could probably run back up to ES like 33 before going lower first. This is a potential setup again. What is that? Yeah, it's 14 points right now. The stop on it. I'm doing. I could do it up top as IVFG, but I think I'm more comfortable with 6. I mean, you can do both. It's at 12 here or 14 here. But looks like we might be getting something here, though. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling we're getting something. I hope this be the A and B structure, though, or this would already mark the high. Let's see. So basically, if it breaks down here, we will just get like kind of like a box setup, and it'll be like a breaker within a AMD model where we have consolidation, the here, then we have manipulation, And then we'll try to break down and retap back into the bottom of the top of the consolidation, but the bottom of the manipulation, and get an entry and likely have a stop somewhere in the breaker, and look like it to go down more. I'm going to bathroom, okay? Okay, I'm back. I'll still like the setup. Maybe I'll put the other one a little bit higher on my thing, just the top of the FPG here. So my average can just be like a 13-point stop, probably in the middle of it. I still like the trade though. Let's see if we get filled here. We're getting filled right now. Got filled so far. Broke the top here. Looking good right now. I like it. I like it a lot. And then stop, right here. Now we just manage this trade wisely, right? Just wait it out. About 14-point stop on it. 51.75. I want to see this hold. See it now here. We did get a rejection below. Let's see this hold here. It's good risk reward now. Still bouncing around. I want to see this reject this order block though. It's climbing up. Hope this doesn't run us out. We're gonna keep the stop hard. The kids are yelling right now. Something must be happening. I have 2 minis in this right now for my funny accounts. Back this inverse here, which is good. Nice closer down. See, we just play this out well. Just gonna pop under. Looking good now. Just showing that this is 1-to-1 right now. This inverse held very nicely, and we did get a retap at equilibrium, so it makes me more confident in this trade right now. If we get close under there, I don't like that very much. Still chopping around, which is a bit annoying. I want to see a closure under the breaker. Wow, it's coming back up. They're just shopping around still. Entry. AQ is so bullish though, like the way that it's moving. ES is like, I'm liking the move with ES much more. But might get stopped here. I'm not gonna change my stop. If this gets stopped out, I'll just look for another trade, which is fine. 65.25. I'm fine with that. Might get stopped here for 13.25. A little unfortunate, but it is what it is. This is not ready to go down yet. I got stopped. Oh, rip. Let's just share my thing here. Two minis each, 13 points, minus 500 on that. On these two funded. Can't do nothing about that, man. Look at 13.5 loss. Full transparency, at least. At the very least. I didn't want that to happen, but it did. I just see next trade. It's kind of hard for me to... I really could see this playing out where, like, we have a consolidation here, accumulation, manipulation, and distribute downwards. But since we had lack of data on price above all-time high, it was difficult for me. So, like, that B+ setup definitely failed there. Damn. I was sharing in my Discord that we took a loss there too. I just hate that we just broke this trend here. We could have got it re-tapped back in very quickly and did it. It was still a very solid setup, at least. It's not. We just lacked the SMC. We lacked high time frame analysis on it. We lacked the time macro. And we're just chopping around. But that is bad. After an 8-win streak, we're in a 2-loss streak. I'll type that chat. That's a disappointment, but 8-win streak, now a 2-lose streak. I hope we don't build a lose streak now, but it happens. Yeah, kind of scary to trade in hard territory. That is risky, but it gives you a very high risk reward, because had this worked out, we would likely get a runner all the way down here for 82 points, and then likely even lower, distribute even lower than that. Just had that worked out. So it's a shame, but it is what it is, man. Let's just type in the chat. Press 1 if you took that trade and lost. Probably a lot of people, right? Yeah, that's a lot of people. Joseph was busy. Adrian said I went long, so 2. That's decent. I mean, like, you don't have to follow. You can fade it if you want, but just suspect if the trade was winning, then you'll be the one losing. It's 2 sides of this game. But yeah, there's a lot of people definitely traded along with us. Passed on it when you got in, but liked on the second top. I really disliked the consolidation here. Once we tapped in here, we went up in the breaker, try to close under the breaker, but we didn't. If we got enough where I could have looked for a break even stop at like 10 point under down here, then we would have been safe on that trade too. I lose more when I'm trading on my own, so I'm here for education. Yeah. So about like 10, 15 people took the trade. It's a loss. We're 8-2 right now based on the last 10 trades. So it knocks it down to 80%. Do you like to trade with people to keep yourself in check, or at least in the past? Yes. I think it depends. Like, sometimes I trade myself. Like, I'm not forced to be on live. I'm not doing that. So like, I'll just trade like a quick trade. I'll be done for the day. But when I'm live, I really only focus on the good setups. But even though this setup was a B setup, because we lack SMT, we lack time macro, and we lack any high time frame analysis. This is our all-time high. But I hope like at least like this live stream is showing that we're taking all the trades. All the trades I'm taking is trades that you could take as well. So as in, like, I'm not gonna show like I'm up like a few thousand a day, and then you don't even know what trade I took, and I'll hide my execution. So like when we have an 8-win streak, or like previously, that means everyone could have taken all the 8 trades we took. But yeah, bad luck. Just lacking these. If we had them, it would have been better. But I'm still I still can look for a downside, just maybe not right now. It's part of the game. But yeah, like if you oversize and you to say you size for the last like 10 trades, you size like 1 mini, 1 mini, 1 mini, or 2 mini, 2 mini each, and then this is the time that you try to size up. That's just like we gotta keep the discipline in, unless you're prepared to size up. My nose is still giving me some pain. Unfortunate though. Yeah, a lot of the viewers are saying that a lot of things that I'm like kind of preaching right now. I'm not trying to sell you a false hope that we're gonna win every time. I'm just showing you the stats that we do. But we're not a good way to end Friday, I feel like. This PA is just crazy bullish. Sleepy shared his trade too. He was down a little bit. Damn, I'm looking at Twitter. There's quite a few people who's losing today. Justin Werlantz just posted that he's over 2 and negative 2,000 on the day. Let me see who else. I think Tanya made a win today, which is good. I'm not sure what Brian did today. Hopefully he did good too. It's just not it's hard to trade uncharted territory for sure. Do you think the new Apex is going to be 90%? I don't know. I feel like they won't do that. I just have a feeling. Because if they would, like, why would they be so focused on 71%? I think the new 90 is 80 right now. And 90% is definitely hurting their model. I'll just delete this actually right now. I don't want to. We already know we took the loss of that. We'll wait for the next setup. This inversion stopped here, looks like. I'm gonna try probably one more setup day. If it's another loss, then that automatically means we shut off the system. That's what it means. I might get another jab if we get a closure. Let's see if we close in this breaker here. I might take another jab on it. Using this as the breaker though. And this could be as an inversion here.
We might get another job here. This is still gonna be a B plus, but damn. Let's see. Once again, we have absentee. It's a big drop there. So break on the 30-second. Let me see. Yeah, you can see it there. Even up here too, I guess. The 30-second here. We did get a retap above. Could have been a way too tight of entry though. So just go back in the 1 minute. So we have another breaker within the breaker. Looking for like a move back up to here and come down. Or you take an ES. ES did a bearish SMT. Something like that. Let me just kind of look at it for. I do want to tap back at this inversion though. Then that would work out. I'm looking for this inversion here. Entry. What would that be? Would that be too much of a tight stop? 13 points again, kind of. For run for these lows. This is an entry that you could take, but it's not. It's outside my kill zone. I'm looking at it. I think I do want to try it. Give it a try. It's tough because we're outside the kill zone. We're lunch hour right now, so it's difficult, but it's worth a job. I feel like. Let me check 30-second. Maybe I'll just demo it here or trade a mini on it. This looks good though. I'll try one on it. Stop at this high is definitely good enough because I don't need to put it past this high here. That's another 3 points that is unneeded. Because we basically developed another breaker, right? Inside this breaker here already. Which I'll just kind of like do this. I would think ES would be better just because we have bearish ST, but this is too large of a stop, so I need a closer entry above here, but I can't find it. I don't know, it's just not good enough for me right now with lunchtime. Where would I put it? I want to do like a 3-point stop, but let's see on ES more. There's no inversion coming here. We have this one, but it was already broken to begin with. We have FSMT. Let me draw the OT entry, if it's even OT. We might just have to wait for PM first. It's OT entry too. We're back in the diversion at least. Get some water real quick. Can you show how you draw your breakers? Yeah. Well, let me just see what this does first. This inversion's still working. Maybe we'll take one on at 57 here, 57.75. And I'll just do like stop right here. What is that? 13 points. And if we do close above this inverse, we'll just kill it. So if we do close above, we'll just kill it here. We did close above. It's like 3 points right there. Just want to see what it looks like. This paper count definitely went down. Too eager to trade lunch right now, but I don't think it's a good idea. I think we should just wait. Pushing uncharted territory. What price is your NQ chart trading at? You can look at the time instead if you're trying to see what their lag is. Damn, that's just no good structure. It's getting difficult to like navigate this. I feel like. Guess you do have a 30-second breaker here that I just saw someone share in my chat. It's a very 30-second one, but yeah, it was a breaker. And it fills this 1 minute or 30-second here too. It's interesting. So I guess if we don't get a candle close above 67, this could continue downwards. I need more confirmation before I take a trade. Climb back up.
Let me read the chat. How long have you been trading? I've been trading for like 3 years, but I've been refining my model for like a year now. What's the point of interest that ES is keeping us up? The point of interest is probably this high here, which is 41, which is we're not there yet. We were like a few ticks away. Switch it out. We can consolidate more. I'll head up there. Can you show us how you draw your breakers? So, let me see. These breakers are not clean breakers. There's not much of a breaker today, right? After that, the way that I drew this breaker was based on this low here and this bearish candle. So like this consecutive bearish candle here. It's difficult on this one because I would use the down close candle for the 30-second. Like this is a good example here though. Let's say this was on the 1 minute, but we're in the 30-second right now. We have a high swept here, we have a low here, we have a higher high. So it would be like A, higher high, or high, low, B, higher high, swept that previous high, and then close below in the consecutive bearish candle. I'll consider the wick all the way up to the body, the camera, body of the candle close, or candle open on this case because it's bearish. And this will be my breaker here on the 30-second at least. That's how I draw it. I draw it more of an estimation way, and then we narrow down the entry zone. Some volume coming. Look like it's about to break here. Break upwards. ES might be going for high here too. I don't know. I might. I don't know if I want to continue trading today. We might just take the loss. I might be on Discord to trade PM if anything. This is just too slow, and we're in uncharted territory. It's like slow probability. I should have just after this loss here, and we broke higher. That should have been the cue to not even watch prices anymore. I'll just end the stream here, guys. I'll end the stream here, and I'll be in Discord if there's anything for PM.